Scrap gun primary fire reverted to classic primary and secondary fire functionality. Yeah, we're going back to the fucking right click hog. Holy, it's about time. Primary fire no longer includes the volley of 4 extra large long range projectiles. Number of projectiles for primary fire increased from 16 to 25. The damage per pellet for primary fire reduced from 6.25 to 6. Man, there we go. The secondary fire no longer initial volley no longer crits. Pigpen ability removed. Fucking finally, dude. I'm gonna be honest, I really like this. I know some people like Pigpen as an ability, but bro, the secondary fire was infinitely more fun to use. It was so much more fun to use. I feel like it offered way more like skill expression too. Really good. Wow, dude, I actually can't wait to play this out. You have no idea, chat. I have missed the secondary fire so much. I feel like if you like tune in the stream every now and then, I don't know, maybe I've made some like comments saying, oh, I missed the right click or whatever. Bro, I absolutely missed the right click. Oh my gosh. And you know what? I actually used to think that the right click used to be better against like Orisa, because you could play at like a decently safe distance from Orisa. You can just like spam her out with the right clicks and force her cooldowns. Now you don't need to use hook to force her cooldowns. You can literally right click and force her cooldowns that way. Chat, this is going to be better against Orisa. Okay, 1000%. I don't know how it's going to be versus Mauga. It most likely is going to be better versus Mauga as well. Really good. Really good. But yep, Pigpen is gone. Pigpen is gone. And we're going back to the fucking awesome right click. Take a breather. Chat, by the way, take a breather is still going to be on a resource. Okay, take a breather is still going to be on a resource. So yeah, I guess if you press E, because take a breather is going to be on E again. If you press E, you can cancel your take a breather with primary fire, secondary fire, or using your shifts. You don't need to hold down E. So you can press E and then press your mouse 1 to cancel it. You can press E and press shift to cancel it. You can press E and press your secondary fire to cancel it. So you're not going to be holding down E, but you do have the option of pressing E and then pressing E again to cancel it. So like insta shoot, no, I would imagine it wouldn't insta shoot. I don't know. I feel like this topic is like came up sometimes too, like during like, I don't know, the past like year and a half of like REWORK. I was like always saying, oh, you can't really bring back the secondary fire because a resource is on, or take a breather is on a resource, and you have to have that at like mouse 2. I didn't really think it was gonna be possible to have breather on a resource and be on the E button on the keyboard. You know what I mean? Pent up minor perk removed. Shrapnel launcher, extend the range of scrap gun secondary fire by 50% and tighten the burst by 25. This is gonna be really good on open maps like Havana, Circuit Royale. I'm not sure if this is gonna be very good on maps like Lijiang Tower, where it's a bit more close quarters, because I mean obviously the enemies are going to be playing a little bit more closer to you in those maps, so maybe you're going to want to go with Scrap Hook instead as the minor perk on those maps. So I think this is going to be very map oriented. Hog exposure, major perk, bye-bye. It's completely removed, which good. That one sucked. So major perk. Okay, so invigorate is gonna stay, but we have a new one. Chat, we have a new major perk here. Gain overhealth based on how far you pull enemies with chain hook, up to 250. Okay, all right, so this is gonna be competing with invigorate. Pulled pork as this major perk. Bro, I don't know, they're both really good. Yeah, you can pretty much be 1000 HP hog in 5.5, not in 6v6, but in 5.5 for sure. Man, I don't know, they're both really good, man. But I do like this based on how far. I'm definitely gonna be using this in some matches. You need to hit every, oh yeah, you do need to land your hook for for you to get value out of it. That is the downside of it. And invigorate is always going to be available value. That is a good point. Pigpen was originally intended to give Roadhog more spatial presence on the battlefield, but in practice it reinforced his hook combo playstyle and limited his flexibility and engagements. To address this, we've restored the classic primary fire and secondary fire on scrap gun, providing more consistent damage options and letting Roadhog better contest space on the front line. Yeah, bro, that's fair. Dude, a lot of times I would just throw my Pigpen at the ground and the enemy tank just destroys it instantly, and it's just like, oh, well, there goes my fucking 12-second cooldown. You know what I mean? Your right click is definitely get more value. The take a breather adjustments have been successful, offering greater defensive uptime without excessive personal sustain. This functionality remains the same, but it has been moved to ability 2 with a default toggle and cancel options to keep that flexibility intact. Good. W changes all around. Things to note, okay? Volley doesn't crit. Okay, so I'm assuming what they're talking about, the volley doesn't crit. You know when you press right click, that volley comes out and then it explodes, right? It explodes into smaller pellets. Before it explodes into smaller pellets, that volley that comes out will not do critical damage. And honestly, it doesn't make a difference. It doesn't make a difference. I'll be honest, it doesn't, because that initial volley, this does 50 damage. So that means you're no longer gonna get like 100 damage off the headshot if you manage to headshot someone with the right click without it exploding. You know what I mean? So I mean, this is like nothing. This is like a nothing change. There are a couple things to note, chat. When they did the rework for Hog, one of the things they changed was the headshot multiplier. During like all of fucking Hog, it's been a 2 times headshot multiplier. Then they reworked Hog and they changed the headshot multiplier from 2 times to 1.5. This might be weaker compared to how he was before the rework, so you have to take that into account. Also, the hook does 5 damage still. They didn't mention anything about the hook. They nerfed it from 30 damage to 5 damage. So maybe getting the one shot might be a bit harder with the reduced headshot multiplier and the reduced hook damage, most likely. So we'll see. Is he back? There's the classic primary fire. Look at that. Oh my god, the spread is awful, but it's okay. I love it. I'm trying to see. Chat, when they did the Hog rework, they changed the spread of the primary fire to be sort of fixed. I'm pretty sure they kept the primary fire like the spread of it, so it's like less RNG. Nice. So it's like a fixed spread, so it's like it's changed from very old Hog. All right, let's check the awesome right click. Oh, and they fixed the distance. Oh, they fixed the distance, dude. Chat, I'm saying they fixed the distance because when they did the initial 66 playtest, this was a little bit farther, but this is the OG distance. Oh, dude. Oh my god, you have no idea. Chat, this is way better than Pigpen. This is way better than Pigpen. Oh my gosh. I thought I would never be able to play with this version of Hog ever again. I thought it was GG, but here we are. Oh my god, look at that. Look at that. All right, so the initial volley doesn't headshot, so it's this. That thing doesn't headshot, so this, no headshot. But this does headshot. So you have to let it explode. Oh man. I mean, that's awesome. Love it. Now, I don't know how strong this is going to be on launch because, like I said, they nerfed the hook damage from a very long time ago. From 30 to 5, so it's going to be hard to do the one shot. I would imagine it's going to be very hard to do the one shot, but I'll give it a shot on Honor right here. Yeah, I don't know. It might be harder to one shot certain heroes still. Yeah, so the headshot multiplier for all these pellets is 1.5, and before the rework, the headshot multiplier in all these pellets was 2 times headshot multiplier. So you're doing less damage per headshot before the rework, and that might be a bit of an oversight. But I'll let them know. I'll let them know my thoughts. But chat, we have the right click back. This is gonna be way better. Oh my gosh. And of course, breather on a research, press E. Okay, and it goes, and then I can press E again and it'll cancel. Okay, so I'm not holding down E, I am pressing E, and then I can press E again to cancel it. So I press E 1 tap, nothing on the keyboard, press E again, and it refills. Okay, you can see, right? But what you can also do, right? Press E, press primary fire, it'll cancel it. Press E, press secondary fire, it'll cancel it. Press E, press shift, it'll cancel it. Press E, you can't use melee, it won't cancel it. Oh my, it's so perfect, it's so perfect, it's so perfect, it's so perfect. It's so perfect. Oh my gosh. Chat, I got the new patch because creators get like a preview server. This is good. I'm so glad they fixed the distance. Oh my gosh. So nice. All right, chat. There are perks, of course. Someone asked if you can still slingshot. You should. Yeah, you can still slingshot. All right, I'll use the new perks because Hog did get a couple of new perks. First one being this one that extends the range of the right click, extend the range of scrap gun secondary fire by 50% and tighten its burst by 25. All right, so I'm gonna stand all the way over here because I don't know how long this is gonna be. Whoa. Whoa. Dude. Chat, okay, so this is different. And I'll explain why this is different. Because I don't think it... Oh, wow, there's this as well. That's cool. Oh, okay, so I don't think this explains it entirely. So you know this volley right here? You see this volley? The reason why it goes farther, right? The reason why it goes farther is because the travel speed is faster, I'm pretty sure. So the right click travels faster with the perk. So wherever you're aiming, you're really gonna like hit wherever it is. Wow, that's really good. And obviously, if you go for a headshot here, it won't. Or if you land the thing on the fucking head, it won't like do crit damage. How is this against Orisa Malga? I think this is gonna be better versus whatchamacallit, Orisa for sure, because to force Orisa to use her cooldowns, you would need a hook her, and then she'll use her cooldowns. A lot of the times Orisa wouldn't. Now you can play at a safe distance from Orisa and just bam. And force her cooldowns from a safer distance. So the right click changes are going to be really good versus the Orisa matchup. This is undoubtedly better than the trap, yes. Very good. Nice. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, love. Oh my gosh. And chat, we didn't even see the spread. Okay, let's see the spread. Let's go here. Turn off my HUD. Wait, I can't turn off my HUD. So that's it. And that's that. You guys see the difference? Huge difference. All right, chat, we have a new major perk as well. Gain overhealth based on how far you pull enemies with chain hook up to 250. All right, let's see it. I want to see how it is up to like 10 meters. Wait, I think it calculates it based on when it initially impacts. So no matter what, if your hook hits, you get 50 overhealth, and then as you reel them in, it goes with how long it takes to reel them in. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's how it works. Bro, I don't even think you need to be max range in order to get value off this. Chat, I don't think it's based on the distance. I think it's based on the duration as you're reeling them in. So, see what I mean? Maybe I like got more overhealth, but like turning them in a weird way because that like delays how long it takes to like reel them in. Yeah. So you can't get more than 250. That overhealth does not last for very long. Okay, I'll try hook and turning. Chat, I think it worked. Chat, I think it worked. Did it not? Bro, I should not be getting that much. And then I'm not gonna turn. Chat, I got more. Dude, look at that. I almost got the max and I'm not even full distance. I got 850 at 10. At 10 meters, I got 850. New tech already. Yep, new tech already. Do you think Hog will be lacking with only 2 abilities? I mean, no, not really, because like this is something that you're always going to be thinking of. This is like its own ability in a way. You're always going to be thinking about, how do I get value out of my right click? How do I get value? How do I get value? You know what I mean? Bro, and like this is way, you have to put way more thought into this than Pigpen. Way more thought is put into this than Pigpen. Okay, so the right click does headshot, but it has to explode like this. You see? That headshots. But if it doesn't explode, there's no headshot. Does that make sense?